In the heart of the Pacific Ocean, afloat the Rennell Atoll in the Solomon Islands waters. The atoll is severely threatened by climate change. At the far eastern end of the atoll is the World Heritage Site Lake Tengano. Currently, the lake is listed under the UNESCO Heritage Sites in danger due to ongoing logging operations on the area. That's a normal day in Lake Tengano. But further down on the western end, but did the Rennell Atoll and the entire Solomon Islands benefited?
I'm doing filming here, trying to get my work done, investigate the whole issue, but quite impossible because a lot of people involved in this whole operation don't want to talk to the media.
Well, sad to say that this Pearl Island, half of it gone finished now, or even more than half of the island, of West Rennell, has been dug out and exported, but no any difference for livelihood people, him no current impact.
By me admitting too that the initial grant of permits law that all a project em no bara of follow na standard mining practice by me telling us. So em messy little bit company and no must comply with him those requirements, but somehow by me say somehow the mining lease has been granted.
I am informed that the mining lease may have been granted to UPID without proper procedures being followed, and that the area approved far exceeded that provided under the Act.
How many shipments so far you estimating roughly?
Long BMC, I think that got export them cost up 100 plus shipment.
In fact, at this point, apart from some direct employment benefits to the workers in Rennell, the country is not benefiting from this operation at all.
So that's how our own leaders rip this country. That's how people of Rennell and Bellona no sabe, but they took their land. Nobody stole the land. It's the government. It's the acquisition process. So who did the acquisition process? Foreigners? No. The government. They stole the land and give it away to the foreigners. We are not protected. Nobody has a heart to protect this country.
That bauxite sector alone, in terms of production, it reached 7.5 million metric tons of ore. Now, in 2019 alone, in terms of foreign exchange, contribute $231 million. And for this year up to September, it's about $142 million. This is in terms of foreign exchange, export of this mineral.
Mr. Speaker, sir, as you know, the mining's been going on Rennell for 4 or 5 years. It has finished. Sort of, there's no infrastructure from this mining.
But lately, Customs Comptroller Jim Sutton confirmed there's no export duty on all bauxite exports made over the years.
If it needs to be taxed, then I think it should be taxed. If it is the government policy for exempting Moketa, then that's a policy that government put them in place.
When there was an issue on the tariff, low bauxite, we made a decision that we will not come below 20% of the export duty. And we left that decision until a new government him come, then bara zero now. Emosemi. New government him come zero. Emosemi.
But the Deputy Tax Commissioner of the Inland Revenue within the Ministry of Finance and Treasury declined to comment whether there's a tax exemption given to the miners.
Something you should not hide no more. Okay, the resources blow people now, you give him go. And time people know government information, okay, cannot trust him government, that government him do him straight decision. So it's in the interest of building trust with the people that the information is open, is accessible.
And with the ongoing mining operations, uncertainties of what lies ahead for the people remains. Rennell Atoll is only a raised rock. Among other challenges facing the island, the atoll only holds pockets that are either filled with water or soil. For ages, people have been using those scattered soil pockets to sustain their livelihood.
Bottom line na survival lang of the people here. Because people survive lang over the small pockets here, land here, for gardening and also here. For long, hundreds of years can finish now. And if we got dig him out, me no sabi na, by me for how long, by me survive. And then timeline on him look around, all resource him go finish now. So, bye-bye, you turning people into hopelessness. You mean hopelessness. How number but you survive on land blue you may? And big question.
Mi talent street no asa cheap. Lugu bro mi government him bara ba pongete mi pal no. It's for a place here. O kata government no current silent ano kata waku. Landowners no more now, no more. No anything. No. Me no sabe why now. Government him allow place here for all kata. Destroy him no more and then no anything go out for the people. No anything. You see, for taking me bike long negotiation. This is the cheapest negotiation in the world I have seen.
Rennell is a sad case when government embargo let them down, not the people of Rennell. It's time people to stand up and say no, because this, what is money? Yeah? Economy you can revive, but people once die, you cannot revive them. Una more important. We have the laws in this country to stop it. Because when you go look at what they are doing, they're creating some more lakes and taking away the soil that Rennell people need to plant their food on.
But for the people, they have to adapt to their new normal on the atoll.
If I'm not 70, I mean, for time company run also, if I'm not government, I mean, I got the middleman, no must have everything. If I'm not more. I'm the stevia. So I'll start to look at them karan po planting kakay. Because suppose po lang also po karan pa no interest po pag gardening loan na.
Mi na mi talam ele. Security lo mi falom bara mi one for serious issue mi fala lo province have to help for addressing. You go looking at garden, but not small garden. Them no fitting population this time. So, mi falo home bara side of food security para course of zero na. If CP no go for 2-3 weeks, people will suffer now. Last just the other month, and course of 1.5 months, CP no go. What families were affected na lo sa lokakay. So, me wala need for doing a lot of farming, go in lo farming.
But in 2013, West Rennell was acquired by the Asia Pacific Investment Development APID. This is followed by the granting of the mining lease by the Minister of Mines and his director.
Well, people can complain about, make a complaint about all this government and that government, but you have to look at what particular decision has been made. What particular decisions have been made. Every government that may come has a legitimate position to be able to make decisions. Now, I remember that the license was issued at the time when Parliament, we were on a caretaker mode. And the minister and the director at that time, acting within the authority that vested by the Mining Act, made that decision for issuing that license.
APID then subleased the West Rennell mining tenement to an Indonesian firm, Bintang Mining Solomon Islands Company Limited. Those decisions sparked disagreements and debates among indigenous people.
So this time, APID have gotten that right over.
Long how that me pala looking, me pala claim me makatalan plo me pala, but legal part of it, APID now, onam land niya. He no longer plo me pala. We but just talk about him, but APID now onam land. Law process wa ako tadwim and him no straight, but me pala, but I'm legal now. Only part wa that me pa should challenge him, po challenge him law court no. But when we stand up and say you know onam land no. Ako ta take him title plo land plo was the Rennell finish now.
So you fella challenge him law court.
Me pa challenge him law court, me pa take him some lawyers for helping me for but one thing me very sad part of it you know that ako ta lawyer kam wa kang me pa looking but him no attend lo ako ta court po do him.
That one na mi no sabe to how now ko ta go take him island niya. Only way for me to tell him now is take him all to court. We will go losing now because acquisition process ya are bad. One him na mi say the cheapest negotiation for mining of any place lo here. One will big question for me too. Why now government him allow place here for kata do? Desperate for selling or kata or what? Because people not desperate for selling lo here.
Years of experience with the mining operations, Rennell people have then called on the government to hold the mining operations on the island.
Para banil now. You look sell ba no time mo kabarlo here. No and development long road. Meeting is ba tasi sa po si mining tasi linggo kasi mlabango. Tasi linggo kasi bleke. One me hatia. Sila nang go where.
The moment he forget that company said leave today, no any one single thing but leaving behind lo here for me. Not even the road.
Mr. Be mining lo area for me because me no sabe royalty long time no. Oga shipment for me pala goya. Me no sabe wana royalty. So me say digging and finish now.
Me no allowed him for digging. Yeah. Start looking to go back to bush. Don't spoil the bush here. Yeah.
So Rodia him go for new place below it eh?
Yeah.
But with the already environmental damages done to the atoll, in 2019, a bauxite bulk carrier MV Solomon trader ran aground in Kangava Bay, Rennell Island. It spilled more than 300 tons of heavy crude oil into the sea.
Ruma, me just heard them no more of several people that would say reason why that fella compensation him delayed because Solomon Island had no join them one for a convention or something or something. Where me no sure if that's the case, then me no sabe why now why you may have to just let go no more of that fella issue.
We need to assume now that insurance here. So it's a collective lawsuit. But before we doing that one, we need to be signing law or what they call the bankers convention. That one now you not doing and even ratify. So we just passed that law cabinet recently this year. And once that is now done, Foreign Affairs by me roll on over the ratification, yeah, then by me just soon now over the insurance, yeah, blood is for boat or CPA, MV Solomon trader for over the environmental damage.
But the latest report revealed an alarming news.
So the oil spill in Kangava Bay. There has been a study which shows that it's worth 50 million damage. There were 300 tons of heavy fuel that spilled over in the bay and damaged 10,000 square meters of reefs, and it will take 130 years to repair. So I wish the government, I hope the government will look into it to compensate or to get these people who are responsible accountable. Otherwise, as from now, we have no fishing ground now in the bay for the next how many years?
Him affecting coral, that's how me look. Me sabe look. He make him got a fish our long big sea. That was stuck fisherman tell him out that coastal him change, big change compared to times when we got no activities also.
But lately, former Rennell Premier Lance Tangosia, who was behind the whole operations and lavishly enjoyed them, footing his $4 million bill at the Heritage Park Hotel years back, has spoken out against the operations.
Hem need compensation to land on. Hem need compensation to Rennell and Bologna Province Authority of not knowing this boat, but him enter illegal. And him cost him a lot of dangerous bad long environment or lives of people.
Transparency Solomon Islands CEO Irregular calls on the government to cancel the whole operation.
People, they're not being compensated for what happened, place in bloggers. So oil spill alone would make the government stop that mining there. And yet, although give him got a license, small is a bill. How can you trust a company that they've been doing that? That's not the first oil spill too, yeah. Some badge already sink low there. That's what the people themselves got to talk about him. But the ministry responsible is not doing what it should be doing.
Said lo monitoring o sim for admit him. Mi fala lo division gare ma 3 fala officers no mo lo monitoring. Section lo mi fala and mi fala gare ma let me say as of today 3 fala mines na for monitoring. Ma fala na that one lo Rennell, ma fala lo Gold Ridge, ma fala lo Turarana just down no lo Gold Ridge. In addition to that one, we are also monitoring too. Kotaman go it extracting gravel lo yellow guale, especially lo Lunga, Balasuna and Barande. So that one too, it take him up as taka time lo mifala.
That the poor people of this country are paying for the monitoring of these companies to make sure they do this. Yeah, the company pays nothing. Him come take him everything go for free. People of the country are not paid for to do the monitoring. At the same time, when a government, got him that was particular ministry allocated to do the monitoring, when such an enforcement institution inside the ministry, him got him enough budget when there's a huge mining is happening in this country. What's wrong? What happened? It makes no sense to me. If you allow mining to happen here, then you have no resources to make sure you monitor it and making sure that they do the right thing and making sure that they pay what they're supposed to pay. It makes no sense to me. But it does make sense to the Minister of Mines at the moment. It does make sense to the Prime Minister of this country at the moment. It's a joke. Sad.
Also, one of the 2 mining firms operating on the island, World Link, has been cancelled due to compliance issues. Why now government have to terminate him, World Link license?
Me no sure why now got to have to terminate him, but I think this one meeting that had me conflict of interest, yeah.
Dispute between Bintang and World Link na regarding wala stockpile. Tufala end up lo high court. Then high court them give him order for one link for CP.
But the former permanent secretary of the Ministry of Mines, now permanent secretary of the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, Dr. Melchior Mataki, won't comment further on the issue.
What exactly that you are after this one? So we ask him, just clarify no more what.
And from landowners, what?
Oh, okay. No. Yeah. Well, yeah, also in process below mining, yeah, there is a set process line, as we say, about the Ministry of Mines, not government that one. I do not have anything to say on that one. Yeah? You might as well just ask them for information regarding that. Yeah? Yeah, so I do not have information on that one. And I think that process them start well before some years back.
Apart from the environmental impacts, the operations had a breakdown of societal norms and divisions among the people.
You look at this whole issue law, this whole Chinese dialogue here. Ham to law that one. What what mature people, what young people know what make it. What people law before what never been doing that one. So time what looking track what take them what book site what stop them law road. But if no operation in Mablu here, me no think what cases by Mablu loyal. So what stop them that flat track, what go stop them no, it's all a money die.
But the Rennell leaders have a glimpse into their future.
Plani migarem this time no and me like provincial government involved him is the for relook na law operations, yeah. And me no like worry 10 how many years, yeah, in front. Me like sort him out now this one law. Now whether we continue or we hold or stop, because the benefits and all this, I mean, not what we were expecting. You look him now, I mean, mining last time, small island, but what pay more had a story building in Melbourne, but this one case for Rennell, even by rushing, but very hard for doing. I mean, a little bit, big problem. So, but what we focus on more this time is the operation and the benefits.
Yeah, the landowners what garing that wala think for me fala cancel the mining lease. What by me saying no more is that procedures below me fala lawyer is that me fala like him receive him all the reports for basing a decision for doing cancellation. No good to me backfire below me fala more, I'm challenged more all same. So since me fala nang grant him the mining lease, me fala have to get him good reasons too for cancelling.
Him depend on what people what the offer or what the garden or pocket soil or what the give so over time no more what receiving benefits from company what access local kai field then what the material from building houses.
Mr. Jimmy Festus, who sold out most of his soil pockets, lamented.
Me as a landowner, me digi finish ya. Me para posu me no sabe sats palo inting na. Me para bahitim the mining this time na ya. But I'm late. So supposing kahuman sensim company or sensim agreement, I think I'm alright. Say you look at me. Suppose you look at me mengarim aeroplane. You look at me mengarim CP. I think I'm alright now. You go ahead no. But I mean, me no talim batam say you look at me finish now. Me same no more. After what a year here, or the year was strangle no more po. Rawa with him companion. You sometimes in Blokom Road or no waka. Because you got a big head too much too, eh? Time ka same time for taking me small rental ya. Delay more, delay. Him nam say okay. Okata young people here. Him had for me got talent that you know mining. Or look up finish.
Currently, the government is too busy fast-tracking 3 additional mining operations in the country.
The objective is for Catalanona sabe mo about the titing block government for fast-tracking my development block project here.
I have committed the national government to work closely with the Western Provincial Government and people of Western Province to ensure any environmental impact of mining and properly assessed and mitigated if mining operations are to be undertaken.
But leader of the opposition, Honorable Matiwale, calls on the government to make immediate amendments to the existing Mines and Mineral Act, describing it as outdated. Attempts to speak to any of the miners in Rennell or in Honiara remain unsuccessful.
This one, I want to follow several attempts by SIBC to contact with a mining company. We're involved in several mining. This will happen in Rennell.
But West Rennell elders are curious what the future holds for their generations to come.
Several good plans me for him with province to come up with him with agriculture, but time what diki mo got pockets by me practicing agriculture here away.
Who number 50 me for after I got to dig him out now? Or got the soil where me for alive him. Who number 50 me for after? Because no in Selenia for replace him now. Land has been destroyed, excavated and exported. And go now. So Selenia for replace him here. Where? No anything. We don't have the money to replace that place where hundreds of years of the people roaming for livelihood. No more now. No more. And government now is responsible for this one.
And with the latest twist on the issue, Rennell and Bellona leaders have taken a bold stand against the mighty APID.
As you know, Mr. Speaker said, I mentioned earlier, the mining is going on in Rennell for 4 or 5 years. On the 19th October 2020, the land of Rennell has been deregistered, and I must be thankful for those landowners who we work together to have this registration overturned. It has turned out to be that the land was registered by mistake. So I'm thankful 99% of my people are happy that our land has come back to a traditional ownership